Ready to roll on the Rich Eisen Show.
Welcome back to Miami, Florida, and I am pleased to kick off this Thursday program with a man who I've been a big fan of for quite some time. He's a 6-time Emmy Award winner, and he will be, for the second straight year, the host of NFL Honors, 8 p.m. Eastern on Fox, coming up this Saturday. None other than Steve Harvey here on the Rich Eisen Show. Great to see you, sir.
Yeah. Give it up.
Give it up for Steve Harvey.
Yeah, Steve Harvey. Talking sports. Yeah.
Good to see you.
Oh, man, I'm a big fan, man. You said you were surprised I came, but I've always loved what you do, man.
Thank you, Steve.
You inspire me. The 40-yard dash you run,
Yeah.
you've made me think about it, but
Yeah.
two problems.
Yes.
I know I'm going to blow out both hamstrings, but my bigger problem will be stopping. And I think I'm going to fracture 8 toes trying to stop. So
It could be just a gradual slowing of the running.
no, if I run 40-yard dash, I need to stop now. Run to 40. At 42, it's over. I can't slow down. I'm done.
You could do what Dion did when he ran the 40 at the Combine, which was run it and run
Straight out. Oh, that was dope.
into the tunnel.
Yeah, I would die. That's too far.
Into the tunnel. He
That's-
denies, though, that he ran into a waiting limousine to take him to the airport.
No, he did.
It's-
He did.
That's what it would sound like.
Yeah.
By the way, you are wearing similar shoes to what Prime did wear when he was here just a couple days ago. This is very nice what you
No,
got going
Prime
on.
is wearing something similar to me.
I got it now.
I taught all them boys how to dress. I was wearing suits up way back before them guys ever got into it. I'm the teacher of dressing on television. Michael Jordan,
Yes.
he told me the same thing, Magic Johnson. That's me. I was wearing suits on stage as a comedian before any other comedian was doing that.
And so they have all told you, Steve
They all
Harvey.
copy. You saw them draft pictures. You ever seen them on draft day walking up with them big giant suits? That was me. That was me. Those were my suits. Yeah.
Steve Harvey here on the Rich Eisen Show. So who'd you meet last year that you were like, okay, this is pretty cool, being at the backstage of honors and all these NFL players that were walking
I met
around?
Joe Namath,
Right.
Jim Brown.
Jim Brown.
Was like awesome for me because I actually like Joe Namath because back in my neighborhood, Joe Namath was the first black quarterback in the NFL.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, simply because he had a fur coat. We adopted him. And so he made... so that was a big moment for me, man.
Yeah.
But it was like one of the biggest gigs of my career, man, because I'm such a football fan. And like I told him, I've never missed a Super Bowl. I've seen every single Super Bowl that is. My father started me at 7 in 1964 watching the Cleveland Browns play the Baltimore Colts, which is the last time Cleveland has ever won anything. Anything. And I've been in hopes of one day
Right.
watching a football championship come, but I watched every Super Bowl, man.
Yeah, I know you were calling out Baker, having a little fun at his expense last year in the
Yeah,
audience.
he doesn't have a good sense of humor. Baker's not a fun guy. He takes himself way too serious.
Yeah.
And I love him, man. In Cleveland, man, we like tough boys.
Right.
So he's a tough guy, but he doesn't have a good sense of humor. He was just looking at me, and I was just looking back at him. And then somebody yelled out, "Baker's making more money than you." I said, "That's not true." That's not true.
That is definitely false. Hashtag fake news.
Yeah, let's get that straight right
But
now.
Jim Brown, I remember when we started NFL Network, and he came in, this was 16 years ago, and he came in and he showed up early. And he came out during a commercial break, and we were going to post tape after him, so he couldn't really be out there live, and we were coming back. And he looked at me and he's like, "How come I'm not on right now?" And I was like, uh-oh. Like, I literally had one of those moments like, can somebody please tell Mr. Brown here what is going on right now? Because even now, he's 81 years old, and it looks like he can still give you a few snaps.
Right, and
Jim
plus,
Brown.
you 81, you have to go on now.
Right. That's
Now is important at 81. I'm 63, and now is important. Like, if I have to go to the bathroom, I have to go now. I can't wait, talking about some hold it. No, I have to go now. It's immediate. So if you're 81, I can't imagine waiting.
There's no waiting.
On anything.
No, there's none at all. Okay, so one thing I love about you, Steve, is when you host Family Feud, you realize that there's a moment that is happening, and you make a meal out of it. Like, you as a host know we got to stop here, and we have to acknowledge just how insane this moment just is right now. And one of my favorite ones, just like that, involves Stephon Diggs of the Minnesota Vikings when he was playing for the Fast Money, and it was leave it blank.
He was what?
The phrase was leave it blank, and he said in. And the whole place went absolutely nuts, and you just stepped away.
Yeah.
And just made an absolute 5-course meal out of that.
Because we have to drink this moment.
Yeah.
See, sir, I don't see Stephon Diggs. Look, man, if you got your helmet on you, your number, we all know who you are. Once he takes the helmet off, we got to kind of figure who that is. So he didn't have his helmet on. I wanted him to be YouTube famous for the rest of his life. Because what's great, man, that we do a lot of NFL, NBA shows on Family Feud for celebrity.
Right.
It's great, man, when regular people discover that celebrities don't know nothing. They don't. You think because a person is famous, they know more. They actually know less.
Yeah.
They know less than anybody else because they're exposed to less. Rich people don't know how much milk costs. Richmond, my son the other day was, Dad, you don't know what it's like to take Uber. No. No, I don't. And if I'm taking Uber, 4 people get fired. Because why am I in the Uber? I got a driver downstairs. And you get out of touch, man. And when they come on Celebrity Family Feud, you find out how out of touch they are. They don't know anything, man. Like, one of the questions for the NFL team was, and we were asked a guy running back for the Packers, can't think of his name, but the question was, complete the sentence. Strip, and you supposed, like strip mall, strip poker.
Strip sack. This could be even
strip sack. Yeah. I said, complete the word strip. He said, purr. Strip purr. I went, hold on, man. I quit breathing. How is that your point of reference to complete the word strip? Purr. P-E-R. And that was it. I was done. That was one of my great moments.
And again, you just walk away, and you realize it in the moment, like, okay, this is it, and I'm going to let this thing go.
Hey, after the show, he asked me, he said, Steve, is there any way we could edit that out? I said, sir, we're not editing that out. Matter of fact, we're going to embellish it. You're going to say purr so loud.
Purr. Who would that be? Who would be the Packers
running back? Let me think of his name.
Is it Aaron Jones? How recent was it?
No.
Oh my gosh,
cat with the dreads. A few years ago.
Could have been Amon Green or something like that. I don't know. It's another question I have for you about hosting here, Steve Harvey on the Rich Eisen Show. So I'm watching New Year's Eve, and I see you have this Lego bust, like a Lego bust of you.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there thinking that is amazing to have.
Yeah.
And then out comes...
I was amazed because they made a Lego of me.
Right.
I didn't even know they made brown Legos. They must be special order. I've never seen a black person in Lego before, so I was amazed. I thought it was special. I was pretty impressed.
It was impressed. It was incredible. And then Gronk comes out in a leather helmet, old school football uniform, and spikes your Lego head, breaking it into a million pieces.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking that you genuinely were not pleased to have that thing broken into a million pieces.
I was like I'm a real honest guy, and something's wrong with him. Seriously, it's some type of defect. I don't know what it is with him. Nicest guy. I love working with him.
Wonderful, yeah.
But something, Gronkowski is slightly twisted. Something's wrong with him, man. And when he did it, like they told me, they said, Steve, you're going to be out there. Gronk has a surprise for you.
Okay.
Okay, we on TV. It's New Year's Eve. It's live. What can I do? All right, cool. When he smashed the head, I just looked at him. And, a lot of things like, why am I working with him? Who invited him on the show? And so I'm watching it, and he did this. I just looked at him, man, and then he was into it. He's really a mentally imbalanced person. But he's so big, what could I do?
Right.
I'm not getting my ass whooped over a Lego. I'm not gonna take that whooping over that. I'm just not worth it. So I just played it off. I call him a bunch of names under my breath, but nothing he could hear.
Right. But when it all comes down to it, did you get another Lego? Did they put that back together?
No.
Would you want another one of those? I mean, because
I don't know how much the special order the brown Legos was, but I'm not willing to chip in for it.
Right.
Plus, my wife, man, don't let me put pictures of myself up in the house. She said, if you think you're gonna come into my house and see pictures of yourself on this wall, mister, you're living in another home. I can't put pictures of myself up in the house. And I'm an avid cigar guy.
Okay.
And I cannot smoke. I bought all those houses.
So there's no...
I paid for all those houses. She don't let me smoke in my damn house.
There's no Steve Harvey man cave?
Yeah, I have a man cave. I finally got that.
Okay, you got that?
I had to beg for that because my little rich-ass kids wanted a bowling alley.
And?
I'm so sick of them kids, man. See, they didn't grow up like their father. You know how you always want your children to have a better life than the one you had?
Sure.
So I've given them that, and I've regretted it ever since. Because they've never done anything to earn this life they have.
Right.
They wanted a bowling alley in the house. How do you come and say that to a father? It's like my daughter, she's an equestrian rider.
Okay.
She came to me and asked for a horse. I bought my daughter a horse. I asked my daddy for a pony when I was 8 years old.
How'd that go?
He told me, you better go outside and put some hair on that bike. That's the difference in the life that we have.
Sure.
Man.
But did you build the bowling alley? Did they get it?
Yeah, they got the bowling alley.
Okay.
And then my kids are grown now. My youngest is 22.
Right.
So they moved out, so I towed the bowling alley out. And I put a golf simulator down there.
That's it.
Now you're talking.
And I bought in a very expensive smoke system. And so now I can smoke cigars at my golf simulator with a humidor, walk in. I am so pimped out now. But I had to wait till all my kids moved out. My son came home and said, Dad, what happened to my room? I said, that's not your room anymore. That's a cigar lounge. And so they all have nothing left.
How is your golf game?
I'm not good, man. I'm like a 16 handicap. But I am the greatest every now and then golfer on planet Earth.
Okay.
Because I only play every now and then. And I play really well sometimes. Now, it's a lot of times I hit the ball and I have no idea why the ball went that way. I just hit it and it went somewhere, and I buy a lot of balls because I don't go in the woods looking for balls. I don't do that. You know, a guy told me, you get a penalty stroke. I don't give a damn. I don't care. I'm not hunting for this ball in these bushes. And then you see rattlesnake signs.
Yeah, I know, right?
What am I doing?
Yeah, you're not picking up Lyme disease for a small golf ball.
I got a tick attached to me that's sucking the life out of me because I'm looking for a box of balls that cost $35. I got 180 balls in my bag. You can't even lift my bag up. But I love playing, man.
Before I let you go, do you got a prediction for Sunday? Who do you think's winning Super Bowl 54,
well,
Steve
I'm from
Harvey?
Cleveland,
Okay.
so I really don't care who wins. But I'm leaning towards Kansas City
Okay.
because of Patrick Mahomes. But I'm scared of the Frisco defense.
Yep.
And I just think Richard Sherman's a bad boy. I think they're going to be back there. I think they have one of the greatest defenses in a long time. But I don't know how you stop that offense for 4 quarters. I think they're going to sneak a couple of them in. So if I was a betting man, I'd have to go with Kansas City. But I'm from Cleveland, and you learn not to bet.
Yeah.
And so
it's just nothing but sore disappointment.
It's very painful, man.
Well,
It really is.
I appreciate you coming on this show, Steve. And I can't wait to see you at the mic again. You were awesome as the host last
Hey man,
year.
all I can tell you is Saturday night, the monologue that I'm writing for Saturday night,
Yes.
wow. I won't be back next year. We're just going to go on and put that out. I already know I'm not coming back. I will not make a 3rd season. But my monologue ought to be pretty good this year.
So you're getting canceled after Saturday night?
Oh, ain't no doubt about it.
No
There's
hiatus?
no way them owners is going to let me back in there. There's no way.
A Blaze of Glory. So check it all out on
Yeah.
Fox, 8 Eastern and Pacific on Saturday night, the NFL Honors. At I Am Steve Harvey on Twitter and at I Am Steve Harvey on TV. As I said, huge fan, sir. Thank you for
Thank
coming
you,
on.
man.
You
Great
got it.
job.
Steve Harvey here on The Rich Eisen Show, everybody.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.